you are running webinar ads so you can sell your high ticket offer right now without needing too many booked calls, but too few leads have actually booked in a call, then this video, we've made it just for you. Now, if you're getting webinar like registrations, but you're not seeing any booked calls come through, then in this video today, I'm going to share with you the fastest method to fill your calendar again by sending just one little tiny message that fits easily into what you're doing already. Yeah, that's only if you're up for it though, okay? By the end of this though, you're going to know exactly how to re-engage with your warm leads from your webinar without spamming your list or rewriting your offer or doing anything that feels off-brand. Hello, I'm Tina from TinaSandford.com. Now, since 2019, me and my son Dan, we've been working with coaches, course creators and service providers to actually design and run the highest performing ads, and we're using an ad strategy that will only make getting sales easier over time right now. Now, what we notice is there's quite a bit of panic right now in the industry when you have webinar funnel like this one, because you kind of start to wonder whether you're going to make enough money from your ads to keep going. And what we're noticing is this, doubts start to creep in. So you start looking at your offer, you're looking at your automations, you're looking at your email sequences, text sequences, calling sequences, but you're trying to figure out what doesn't fit, what is not working right now. And it's definitely not as easy to fix webinar funnel in 2025 because your leads and everyone else, they've gotten wise to what funnels actually mean. They know what's going to happen in the process. So you've got to ask yourself, what's the solution? Well, actually, it's a single message. It's actually a short, low pressure video where you speak directly to those people who showed up, they showed an interest in you, they watched it, but they just didn't book in. And you want to say something like, hey, I saw you caught my training, but you didn't get a chance to book in for a chat. I'd love to know what stood out to you. And that's it. You could put it in your own words, of course, but the whole thing is that it's not a new funnel. It's definitely not another campaign. It's just one little message that feels consistent with how you already showed up. And it's just like a softer reopening to keep the conversation going with those people who were interested. And then you invite them to send you a message. And then once they're in the messenger, you ask them one qualifying question. And then if you feel it's a fit, you offer them your calendar link. Yeah. And the good thing is it all happens inside a conversation that they actually chose to start. You do not need to change your format. You don't need to change your strategy or the way you like to sell. This actually fits into the business that you already run. The good thing is though, it helps you to recover some of that revenue that you've already paid for those leads to bring them in the first place. And you could even like tailor a few versions of video based upon where people drop off if you like, you know. You could do one for early exits, one for people who click but didn't book. You know where they dropped off, you can create something around that. But the whole point is, it does not need to be complicated. You're just meeting people where they are at. And if you would like the script to actually do all this, I've actually created a script, plus the prompts using your DMs, and I've also put together a step-by-step to get this just up and running easily. And if you want this, just drop the word fast below. Happy to send this over to your messenger. It doesn't take much for me to do that. The point is that you don't have to switch how you're doing your business right now. It's just a little tiny gap, and it's like a missing piece. If you use this, you're going to recover some of that lost revenue, and it probably makes your current process work better too by booking in those calls you're looking for. Oh, if you want this, just let me know.